WCXO, Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. Here's what's on the big board tonight. We're going to talk some basketball with 2 coaches. First of all, from the Nashville Hornets, Doug Altoff, and then from the Breeze MD Knights, Ron Shattuck. Plus, as always, on a Monday, we have the Easy and Travel Little August Pizza Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. But as usual, we begin with scores and stuff, which is brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. And we hop a flight on that Johnston Jewelers guest line out to Long Beach, California for New Mexico State play-by-play man Adam Young, Waterloo Zone. Welcome back, Adam.
Hey, Rip, good to talk to you.
It's good to have you on. I know you've got quite the busy schedule, huh? You just give us a little recap of where you've been this last week.
Yeah, I was just telling you, Thursday I was in Tucson, Arizona, doing a game at Arizona. Friday I was back in Las Cruces for, I guess, about 7 hours.
7 hours.
On a plane to Oklahoma City. Did an Oklahoma game on television Saturday for Oklahoma women's basketball. Did one on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Then hopped back on a plane Saturday night. Had a connecting flight from Houston to L.A. Had a game yesterday on Sunday afternoon in Malibu at Pepperdine. I know it's tough.
Yeah. Pepperdine, wow.
Malibu. And then left Malibu last night. I'm in Long Beach, California. I have 2 games this week at Long Beach State. So I've been all over the West, it seems like, here lately. But I can't complain. The weather's great. The weather's great here in Long Beach. I think it was like degrees yesterday in Malibu. Never been to Malibu before, and that Pepperdine campus is probably the most beautiful campus I've ever seen. So yeah. It's been a good trip, and then I get to go home on Christmas Day for a few days in Waterloo and hang out with the family, and going to try to watch Jabot play a basketball game if I get a chance, and try to watch some Southern Illinois hoops.
Very good, very good. And you're meeting celebrity. Heck, you are a celebrity. What am I talking about?
No. But I did meet one. Steve Nash was sitting in front of me on the flight from Houston to L.A. It was funny because I was getting ready to board, and I saw a guy sprinting to the gate.
And it wasn't OJ?
And it wasn't OJ. No, it wasn't OJ. Yeah. But, you think nothing of it, and you look a little closer, and I said, that's Steve Nash. I get on the plane, and I sit right next to him. He has his kids, and I didn't say much to him. I just said he looks like he can still play. I said that to him. I said, it looks like you can still play. And he laughed and said, well, the recovery time takes a little longer than it used to. So, but he looks good, that's for sure.
He might have been winded by that sprint already. Adam,
he might have been, yeah.
Well, let's get to some basketball. Speaking of New Mexico State, the Aggies tripped up the Illini Saturday night at Chicago on Lou Henson night. So Illinois didn't hold up their bargain.
No, Illinois is struggling, and I think
I don't know if they're going to be very good, Adam.
I think a lot of people still thought they would beat New Mexico State, and I had told some folks from the St. Louis area, don't be surprised if New Mexico State wins this basketball game. It's a pretty good mid-major that's been good for a number of years, going back to when Lou Henson coached the Aggies. So while it looks like an upset because Illinois is a major school and New Mexico State's a mid-major, I don't think it was much of an upset. It's a neutral court game. Sure, there were more Illinois fans than New Mexico State fans, but the Aggies are having a pretty good year. They're 8-2. They're coached by former Wichita State associate head coach Chris Jans, who really knows his stuff.
I bet if he came out of Wichita State, he knows stuff. Yeah.
Correct. And Illinois is still trying to figure out who they are. I think Brad Underwood's going to be great, but I do think it's going to take some time. There's a lot of talent. The kid from Edwardsville, Mark Smith, is really talented, but he's only a freshman. And when you're looking to a freshman to carry you offensively, I think they're going to struggle in Big Ten play in a year where they turn D or something like that. But it should be, and I think it will be, a long year for Illinois.
I'm afraid too. I hope for the best, but yeah, Smith has kind of been up and down, which you would expect. He's had a couple of really big games, and I know he just had 4 again the other night. I didn't see a Saturday night's game, but Illinois will mark Missouri this Saturday, and the Tigers, even without Porter Jr., actually they're 9-2. They're really playing some solid hoops. Yeah,
Kwanzo has him playing very well, and I think Missouri is going to win that game by 10 or 15, and that's always a neat game right before Christmas when those two teams match up. Now, it's not like it was when I was living in St. Louis, when you had Illinois was the top 25 team, Missouri was the top 25 team. That game hasn't had the luster it used, but I think it will be competitive. But I think Missouri is still a couple notches above Illinois. And like I said, I just don't see Illinois doing much this year. I think they're still a couple of years away. I think they have the right coach. I think Brad Underwood's an outstanding head coach, but I still think they're a few years away. And Missouri's done such a good job recruiting that Kwanzaa Martin has come in, and things are, for the most part, turned around right now. And, I mean, if they had Michael Porter Jr., I can't imagine how good they would be. Maybe a top 10 team.
You got it. And that was, by the way,
they're still playing well.
By the way, Adam, that was their best recruit, Kwanzaa Martin.
Yes.
He brings in Porter as an assistant, and then the little guys follow and so forth. That was the steal.
And I think long-term as well, he's going to scoop up a lot of those St. Louis kids, especially East St. Louis. I think he has his foot down on East St. Louis. Of course, he played there. He's from there. And if there's a kid coming through East St. Louis that's any good, that can play at that level in the next 5, 10, 15 years, Kwanzaa Martin's going to get him. Yeah. It hurts St. Louis. It hurts Illinois. It hurts those two schools, and maybe had a shot at those kids recently. Now Missouri has a coach who has St. Louis ties, and that's big. That's big in Columbia.
Well, it's going to get competitive, and that's good. It should help everybody in the long run because it's been kind of down around this area. SIU did win last night, incidentally. Speaking of the NBA, I watch, not very much actually, but Houston's won 13 in a row, so that's impressive. I love to follow those streaks to see how long they can crawl along. Yeah, they've been good. Chris Paul and James Harden is, probably one of the best backcourts in the NBA, and I don't know about long-term playoff-wise if Houston has a shot. There's so many teams that I think are a little more talented. Yeah, and Golden State, with Steph Curry healthy, I think Golden State's the team to beat, and the Warrior and the Cavaliers as well. I think are still a couple notches above Houston. But yeah, it's a good story right now. Now, can they maintain that throughout the rest of the season and into the postseason? I don't know. Houston doesn't have the postseason experience that the Warriors and the Cavaliers have and those guys have, but it's a neat story right now, and you have to love that backcourt. It doesn't get any more talented than Chris Paul and James Harden playing together. It's crazy, though, as of this moment, it hasn't worked out in Oklahoma City, has it? Between, really they've got their big three now, and they lost again in New York. I mean, Carmelo, I haven't liked him for a long time, actually. I think he just kind of floats through and whatever, but I always wondered with Russell Westbrook, he's a great player. There's no question. He's extremely talented, but is he a team guy? And, you get the sense when you watch him, don't you, Rip, that it's a little more about him than it is about Oklahoma City. And he did do quite well by himself last year, didn't he, Adam? He did. Yeah, he was. They were probably better when he was the guy taking 45 shots a game. You bring in Carmelo to the mix, and now Carmelo wants the basketball, and there's only one to go around. But I did think Oklahoma City would be a little better, and they're struggling right now. The Knicks have been better. We're losing you some, Adam, so I'm not sure where you're at.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, stand still.
Okay. I won't move.
What about the Knicks?
I was saying the Knicks are playing better now, and I think that's encouraging for New York fans with Porzingis starting to kind of turn the corner, and there's some young guys in New York that could bode well for the future for them.
He didn't even play the other night, or was that last night, I guess? But the
no,
best move.
He didn't.
Yeah, the best move they made was to get rid of Phil Jackson.
Correct. Yes, that was a move not many people talked about, and that was probably the best move for them.
Slowed them down. The college football playoff, it's all set, Adam. Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Alabama. We're looking at some good stuff. We might have the best semifinals we've had. Actually, they've been a little disappointing. I love it all. I love all this Final Four stuff, but I'm really looking forward to it.
I think so too as well, and it's hard for me to pick a team. I would think, and this is what I would go with, and I don't know which one to pick, but I would think I would go with either Alabama or Oklahoma to win it all. And that would be a neat national championship game if those two teams matched up. I think I would give the slight edge to Oklahoma because of Baker Mayfield.
I know it.
The experience at the quarterback position. But I think it's hard to pick this year. And for a while there, Alabama, I know they weren't playing the best competition in the SEC. They had a lighter SEC schedule this year, but
sure did.
For a while there, I was looking at Alabama and saying, I don't see anybody beating them. But obviously things have changed, and it appears Alabama is beatable. So, if I had a chance to pick somebody, I think I would probably go with Oklahoma right now. But really, any of those four teams could win it all.
I believe right now I would go with Clemson and Oklahoma. Okay. Alabama's defense is beaten up. Of course, they got a couple of 3 weeks to get ready. And actually, and I'm okay with this, I just like the playoff, and it will get expanded at some point. And I really like watching Bama play, too. But I think the Big Ten got somewhat all year long got stiffed and dissed. Wisconsin, they're never any good. And for those who were talking about the strength of schedules, USC had a better strength of schedule than Bama or Ohio State did. And the part that does get me is Alabama. I don't think you should be able to sit at home that final weekend and not have that chance to win or lose the conference championship game. It's like they backed in at the end.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think in the Big Ten, their issue this year, what hurt them was there were a lot of good teams, a lot of just good teams. I think a lot of people are beating up on each other this year.
And the
Iowa.
As
well as the SEC, the Iowas and Northwestern was pretty good. In the SEC, the teams at the bottom of the league, in Arkansas, and for a while there, Missouri.
Terrible.
They weren't good at all.
No.
Arkansas was a horrible football team this year. Missouri to start the year was not good at all. Of course, they finished strong.
They did.
But there were a couple of SEC teams that were awful, Tennessee included.
I know. Oh, my goodness. Hey, they finally got a coach, Adam.
Yeah.
That took a long time, didn't it?
It took long enough, yeah.
Now, I'm not, a fan. I understand that some of these are good games, and I know you're looking forward to a good game among the 41 bowls, 36 of which are left because New Mexico State, are you going to call that one? They have Utah State December 29th.
Yeah, I'll be there. I will not be calling the game because I just do our television for football, and of course the CBS.
That's true. Yes.
But I will be there doing some social media stuff, doing some interviews and whatnot. I fly in the day of. I have a game at UC Irvine the night before, so I'm going to fly in day of to the game, and people around Las Cruces, New Mexico, are about as jacked up as you could possibly be.
Well,
and I got to call the game. I got to call the game on TV that pushed them into the bowl game, and that was probably the highlight of my career so far, just because it meant so much to so many people. It was a full stadium.
Who'd they knock off?
They knocked off South Alabama.
Okay.
And I got to call that game, and it was cool. I mean, it led off SportsCenter that night.
Did it?
We interviewed the head coach post game, and he was emotional. He was crying, and it got a ton of national attention. Because they hadn't been to a bowl game since 1960. So
unbelievable.
When you break a 57-year drought, it's probably going to get a lot of attention. It was by far the longest bowl drought in college football. And one of the things, too, is, and I know Kirk Herbstreit's been one of the guys who's been vocal about there's too many bowls. Well,
I'm with him.
I know if you ask New Mexico State, they would say there is not too many bowls because getting into a bowl game at 6-6 for them means something. I know it doesn't mean something for some schools, and if you're Missouri or South Carolina, you get in at 6-6, and you're in the Idaho Potato Bowl, it's nothing. But for a lot of those Group of 5 schools, it does mean something. So if you ask me, it's a good thing. And New Mexico State's pretty jacked up to be in the Arizona Bowl.
I'm sorry I missed your ESPN appearance. Have you been on there before,
okay.
some kind of lead-in or whatever? Or
Yeah, it was. They took our post-game interview, and then you could also hear the play calls.
Excellent.
Underneath, like the highlights and stuff.
Maybe you have that
on.
Cool. You probably have that on your website, don't you?
I have it on social media, not on my website.
I'll check out social.
Yeah, you can check out social media. Yeah, it was cool. It was a neat experience, and just to see how many people it made happy. There are people around that town that have been following the team for 50, 60 years that never got to see them become a bowl team. Now, they've been bowl eligible, but now with all the bowl games, things have changed, and if you get to 6, you're in it pretty much. So it was really cool. It was a neat ending to really kind of a storybook season. Now they're trying to win the bowl game on December 29th.
Good for you and good for them. Yeah. Adam Young is with us from California tonight. He is the play-by-play man for New Mexico State. The Cardinals, they didn't get Giancarlo, but they got a pretty good chap there, I think, in Marcelo Zuna.
Yeah, kind of a no-name, I think, to some fans. Now, if you look at his numbers last year, those are very impressive numbers, but just a casual baseball fan probably doesn't recognize the name.
No, because he's been playing in Miami, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So nothing from Miami really comes out outside of Giancarlo. But it was a typical Cardinal move. They didn't overpay for somebody, or at least it doesn't appear that way.
No.
It gives them some money to do some other things, and if they go find a third baseman, great. But they need to find a closer. I think that's priority number one right now. Is they need a closer, and whether it's Wade Davis or Colomé from the Rays or somebody like that, they need to find a closer. I think that's the biggest priority right now is to get that closer. And if you add a bat or two, great. If you get Longoria, that's great too. If you find a way to get Manny Machado, that's a sexy move, but I don't think it's a good business move.
I don't think it's a good move. No, I don't think it's a good move, period. He's going to be there 1 year tops and goodbye.
Exactly.
He's not going to stay.
And then you're staring down a monster contract that you don't want to overpay for that they've stayed away from with Pujols and Stanton and the other guys. So
and you're going to have to give up a lot for him. They're not going to give him away. Miami's giving away everybody. I mean, that won't happen. Won't happen. But they need in my opinion, they need an arm to a good starting pitcher too. I'm not satisfied with what they have. You can't count on anybody but Carlos. I mean, you expect Weaver to be really good. Waka, who knows? He's usually hurt somewhere. Wainwright, he's right at that tipping point anymore. I mean, they need. I don't know if they're downplaying it or what, but they don't have the arms to compete over the long haul. These young guys won't go but so many innings, or they'll get hurt.
Right.
It always happens, and somebody will legitimately get hurt too. And hopefully not Carlos.
Yeah, and I haven't heard much on the starting pitcher front. I've heard closer, and that's been about it. And I agree with you. They probably do need to find a starting pitcher. I don't know what they really have in the system that could fare well this year early on at the big league level. And Brian Eversgerd got promoted, right?
Yes. Right? Hoffman's own. We're really happy and proud of that. Proud of him and happy about that. So yeah, he's the bullpen coach now. So he's ecstatic.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Rip. I think they have to go out and get a starter and not necessarily a frontline guy, maybe a back end 4 or 5 guy that has major league experience. Because if you don't, you're going to rely on a younger guy who probably doesn't have any major league experience that breaks camp and maybe isn't ready in April.
And you need them, man. They can't they can't skip any time. The wins count in April like they do late, don't they? So
right, exactly.
You want to get off to do a good start if possible. So CC Sabathia just signed for another year and $10 million with the.
Wow.
He actually did pretty well, but my goodness, the Blues. We have time for the Blues, Adam. They split a home and home against Winnipeg. I saw all the game last night and just a little bit Saturday night. Boy, those Jets are for real. They are. They got some scores, man. They popped that net.
And that's the issue with the Blues right now is they can't score.
No.
When Jaden Schwartz out, that hurts. And Tarasenko was in a big slump, so the Blues are trying to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net, and that hasn't been good to them so far this year. And I feel like that's been the case the last couple of years, maybe even going back 5 or 6 years, is just not enough big-time goal scorers or guys that can put the puck in the back of the net. Now, Tarasenko, of course, made a big splash the last couple of years, but he's been down a little bit this year, and injuries have hurt the Blues, and right now they're in a scoring funk, Rip, and I think that's been a big issue.
I believe one even strength goal in their last 4 games, something like that. And they
won't do it.
And now the last two nights, this was a legit back-to-back. They've given up 94 shots on goal. I think there were around 150 pummeled toward the net. So they have to tighten up a little D too. It's not easy. I love watching the game on ice, but I'm hoping for those Blues again. But so hey, how's your golf game? Nothing's going on in the pro circuit. They're taking a little hiatus. Well, you haven't had a chance to play now, have you?
No, honestly, Rip, I've played once in the last 7 or 8 months. And the weather's been good enough to play. I just haven't. The last round I can remember, I didn't play well, and whenever I don't play well, I try to stay away from the game for a while because it's painful to play. But I really haven't. I haven't played much, and I wish I did play more because the weather down here in December is still golf weather. So I could play in December. Now I can tell you this: when I go back to Waterloo, I'm not bringing my clubs back because I looked at the weather the other day and it's supposed to be like 15 degrees.
Well, what a bummer!
I know, right? So I'm going to keep the clubs. I'm going to keep the clubs over here, and I will not be bringing them back. I'm gonna hang out in some high school gyms when I'm back for a couple of days and try to watch basketball. Good
for you. All right. Well, Adam Young, we appreciate it as always, and we hope you have a great Christmas. Okay. Thanks for coming on again. It's always our pleasure.
Likewise, Rip. Have a good Christmas. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you. That is Adam Young. He is an up-and-comer, man. He's going to be a big-time TV guy in a matter of short years, probably. Already New Mexico State. He's at a major college, okay? All right, we're going to turn around after this with a couple of coaches, Doug Altoff and Ron Shadig. Also, the Prep Athlete of the Week. We'll stick that in there, too. Stay with us.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Welcome to our music warehouse.
Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs.
Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. You just had scores and stuff, didn't you? Yeah, with Adam Young. Hope you enjoyed him. I know you did. Scores and stuff was brought to you by Mid-Eastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle. Again, yep, there are they. They're the hometown source for residential and commercial work. Let's stuff the Johnston Jewelers guest line for Washington County now, and Nashville Hornets basketball coach Doug Altoff. Doug, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
Your Hornets are on a nice rush. You've won your last 4, including a comeback win over Carterville Tuesday. Congratulations on that streak.
Thank you. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I mean, we've had some good wins there. Carterville was kind of unexpected, really. We were down 19 in the third quarter, and it wasn't looking too good. But, we just kept battling it out and got fortunate enough to come back and win that one.
Well, I caught the Nashville Coaches Corner with Bolmar and you Saturday morning, and that's where I got my tip on that. Down 19. How'd you manage that comeback? Yes.
Well, it was kind of a tale of two stories. No, I mean, it's just we finally start hitting some shots, and I told them start the third quarter. I said, look, I think at that time we were down 15. I said, let's just try to get it under half here,
right?
And then play that fourth quarter, and then maybe we got a chance to win at the end. And that's kind of how it worked out. We start making them, and they start missing it, and next thing you know, we're down 8, and then now we're down 5, hit a 3, and now down 5, and then they missed, and we made another 3, and next thing you know, we're right there.
That's really difficult to do, especially without a clock, where you have to. I mean, so you did a super job, and then a Saturday removed, you spilled Benton, the Benton Rangerettes. You almost doubled up on Benton down there at. Well, you didn't play at Rich Heron, right? You play at the small. You play at the old gym.
Yeah, we played in the smaller gym, and they always have a wrestling tournament that Saturday, and I don't know, they were talking about maybe we're next year we're gonna try to maybe get a boy or girls varsity and boys varsity and on the same day, and have like I don't know, some schools have been doing that, and it seems to be pretty popular, really. And
wrestling's big in Benton.
Yeah, and well, that side of conference, a lot of them have wrestling, and our side, there's a few that do, but Nashville's never had it.
No.
And that's wrestling is pretty big down there.
But that was a good win for you again, and then a couple real easy victories ahead of that. And you're 8-2, right, Doug?
Yeah, 8-2.
8-2, 3-0 in the Southern Illinois River to River, and your only setbacks have come to your neighbors, your good rivals, the Oakville Lady Rockets. Twice, they got you twice, Doug.
I know. It was they got us by 2, by 1 in the championship game over here in our tournament, in the early tournament, and and then we turned right back around and played the following Saturday, and it was tied going into the fourth quarter, and then we just couldn't get a bucket that fourth quarter, and they ended up beating us. So that happens, and kind of like with Carterville, they couldn't make one, we couldn't make one against Oakville.
Nope, that's it's called basketball, isn't it, Doug? And once in a while, that ball just won't go in there. But so yeah, did you have it? Was it a pretty overall successful tournament in Nashville, the Thanksgiving affair?
Yeah, we did. I thought it went really good, and we had decent crowds, and I'll be honest with you, I think it might have been one of the best crowds we've had in a long time, and did real well, and everybody seemed to have a good time, and it's kind of a nice little tournament, and I like the pool play and then crossing over that last day, and we kind of changed format. We used to play Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then come back Friday and play one, and then play 2 on Saturday. We kind of changed that around. We play, well, you either play Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday and play Friday, Saturday. Now we just play Monday and Tuesday. We use the North Gym for the first 2 nights, and then just play 2 on Saturday. And that's a lot better. It's easy for the other teams. They don't have to travel that one extra day.
That will definitely aid the crowds and all. So who was smart enough to think of that? Wayne Harry? Did he come up with that idea, or you?
Well, I think Wayne.
Or was it an accident, Doug?
It probably was an accident. No, I think Wayne come up with that, and he ran it by me, and I said, yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea if you ask me.
I believe that was the ticket. And you have another tournament staring you in the face, but you have one more game ahead of that. Pinckneyville, a collision with the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, they're young, but boy, they're awful talented, and they play like 3 or 4 freshmen on the varsity.
Is that right?
Yeah, they start too.
Watch out.
I think they did, but they're 3-0 in the conference too, so they're no slouch, and we always get a good game against Pinckneyville. It's kind of a little rivalry between the 2 towns, and it's always a fun game, and regardless of how good either team is, it seems like it's always a competitive game.
Chances are, will there be 3, maybe 4 teams vying for that conference title?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, well, we just barely beat AJ, and but they're struggling. They haven't. I don't think they won a conference game, which has really surprised me. And then, well, we got to beat Carterville again, and we got to beat Pinckneyville twice. So, and then other schools too. DuQuoin's not bad either. And it's any given night, it's a pretty tough night.
The Mascoutah tournament will be coming up after Pville, and you drew Althoff in round 1, and that's always that's a tough task over at Mascoutah every year, like it is at Highland. Really, really a difficult maze to get through. You know.
Oh, I mean, it's incredibly tough. I mean, you win that tournament, that's a good feather in your hat. And you know, I always tell people if you can play 4 games in either one of those tournaments, then that's a pretty good goal. Yeah. I mean, and where you end up, but gosh darn, I mean, you play every game you got it's a tough game, and it don't get easier. I mean, yeah, you say you go consolation, but my God, there's good teams in there, and then you turn around, 5th place bracket gets tough, and you know the Final Four is always treacherous and tough. I mean, well, it's really a tough tournament.
There's a few state championship teams that have come out of Mascoutah and Highlands, so it's and of course you've met that goal too, Oakville and the Clinton County teams. So man, that's a bunch of quality squads right there. But you expect it to be good again, Doug. I know. Tell us, Janie Holly, though, that was you didn't just lose one player. I mean, you lost one terrific player, didn't you?
Yeah, Janie really, her senior year, especially the last half of her senior year, she just really developed in a quality player, and people didn't realize she averaged probably about 7-8 points a game, but she got 200 rebounds last year, and 200. You know, yeah, that's a lot of rebounds, and that's a lot to make up too. That's the other part.
Exactly, yes.
And you know, and she was like the leader. You could tell at the end, especially in postseason, Janie played her best ball of her career. I believe the last 3 games of her career were her best 3 games, and you know, I always just call it like senioritis. They get that finality of, you know, it's almost over, and they just seem to kick it up a gear. And you know, we got 3 seniors this year, and I'm hoping that's the way it ends up this year with those 3 too.
Who's fronting the team right now in terms of scoring and rebounding? I know, is it Carly Stanowski? She's a good athlete.
Yeah, Carly's probably leading scorer by a couple points, and then Paige Caston's right behind her, and of course Carly's leading and rebounding, and right, you know, we got Rachel Kell too. She's a senior. She's doing okay. She's averaging probably about 7-8 a game. And
you got her off the golf course?
Yeah. It's a little cold to play golf, so
it's getting there.
But yeah, she plays basketball. I think she enjoys it.
Oh yeah. But it's a well-rounded club. Maybe you're short on height, or you okay there, Doug?
Well, not real. I mean, we're not overly tall. I got Carly's probably, well, her and Rachel are probably the 2 tallest, and they're both about 5'9", 5'10", and then Sophie Heck's about 5'8", and then we got Caston and Libby Allers too, and they're both right around 5'6", 5'7". So I mean, we're not overly big, but you know, hopefully we can handle the bigger teams. We'll see what happens. We'll find out at Mascoutah, that's for sure.
That's right, and of course, I know you won't, but don't look past Pinckneyville there. So number 3, is this your 3rd year as the head coach already, Doug?
Yes, it is.
Come on.
Goes fast, don't it?
Everything goes way too fast. Who do you have lined up? Who are your aides now? Who are your assistants?
Gary Miller is back. He's my JV coach, and then I got Kevin Meyer, Hoyleton guy.
Yep.
He's over here helping, and him and Dempsey Whitty are doing the freshmen.
Oh, and Dempsey.
So,
okay.
Yep. Dempsey came back this year. He wanted to help out with the freshman level, and you know, it's a great addition to the staff. That's for sure. And
Wayne Horry, I don't know. Chances are he'll hold his own for the Hornets, so he'll probably do okay. Don't you think, Doug? Can he make it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
he
think
won't
he will
tell
too.
you. He won't tell you that.
Oh no, we've had him on already. I'm trying to drag positives out of him, but low key is everything.
Yeah, he probably told you they might not win a game this year. That's how
pretty much what it amounted to. Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. You capsulized it pretty well there, but
yeah,
no, that's great.
Oh yeah, he'll do fine.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. So, all right, Doug. Well, we'll get with you in the new year sometime. And in the meanwhile, go get the Panthers or the Lady Panthers there, and good luck in the Mascoutah tournament. And have a great Christmas too.
All right, you too. Thanks a lot.
Doug Altoff of the Nashville Hornets. Oh, we just got word. Oakville Lady Rockets coach Michelle Burunick will be on Wednesday night. Also, Highland Bulldogs basketball coach Brian Perks, the second seed in the Mater Dei tournament. He's been over there, I guess, 2 seasons now. And was it Christ our Rock after MD? We need to break. We'll return, though, with the Prep Athlete of the Week. And still to come, as far as the guests go, Ron Shaddick from Breeze Mater Dei Stick and Stay.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our customers. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call your local Country Financial rep, Keith Wilkin, at 526-1179 or Teresa Richards at 526-1100 today.
A shell expert is underwater to demonstrate the importance of protection. My partner will play your engine, menaced by performance-robbing gunk, and playing the engine gunk, 3 man-eating sharks. Don't worry, folks. His shark cage represents Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines. Release the sharks! All 3 grades of Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines act as a barrier that helps shield and protect critical engine parts. So go ahead, folks. Protect your engine with Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
Fill up at your area clean and convenient CC Food Mart locations.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for a Monday. We're every Monday and Wednesday, 6 until 7 in the evening, Saturday mornings, 9 until 10. The Monday and Wednesday shows go through the school year. We are looking exactly at 6:38 by our clock, and that time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's haul off for the Athlete of the Week.
You're simply the best.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Easy In Travel and Breeze. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201 and by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze, the choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
We appreciate it as always, Mel. Incidentally, for those, obviously we have a lot of regulars. We also have new people all the time listening, which is great. This particular award, first of all, the athlete gets the winner gets a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. Yes, indeed. And the award goes out to a boy or girl from one of our 5 county schools. We've been not splitting it, whoever deserves it, but from Carlisle, Central, Mater Dei, Westland, and Christ Rock for a long time now. But one athlete from one of those schools each week picks up this honor, and it is a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. I got to quit saying that because I'm hankering for some pie from Little Augie's. But here we go. Our athlete of the week on this Monday night. For last week, tough choices again. File your complaints here. Central Cougars 6'9" center Tyler Jost. He led the Cougars to a Friday night win over the Carlisle Indians by scoring 15 points. He grabbed 11 rebounds, and I'm sure you can. Well, I was there. I know he had 2 or 3 blocks, whatever it was. So he had a complete game indeed. They had 3 players in double figures, but Tyler Jost is the Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week from Talkin Sports, and he'll receive in the mail a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. On the other side, a note or two, and then Ron Shadig. Stick around.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Braun Ability dealer in Breeze. Braun Ability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Braun Ability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50. Remember the good old days at the Speakeasy nightclub? Who's ready to party one more time? The final Speakeasy reunion, The Last Dance, is coming to the Aviston American Legion Saturday, December 30th, featuring the Bob Seger Tribute Band, the Silver Bullet STL, and an area favorite, Scooters. Get your tickets now and get ready for the final Speakeasy reunion, The Last Dance. Call 974-9735. That's 974-9735. It's your last chance. It's the last dance. It's the final Speakeasy reunion. Saturday, December 30th at the Aviston American Legion. Call 974-9735. That's 974-9735. Party one more time at the Speakeasy.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hello, yet another time we're up here in the Birdwatch and Health Mart studio on this Monday. Adam Young has been with us for scores and stuff from Long Beach, Cali tonight. Doug Althoff tripped in from Nashville. And soon enough, it will be Ron Shadig from the Breeze MD Basketball Nights. Want to pass this off, and I'm not sure tickets these may be sold out, but you can find out quick enough, okay, by going by or contacting the Winning Edge in Centralia or getting a hold of Mike McManus or Butch Border. If you're over in Centralia, you know how to get a hold of these people or place in this case. But I'm talking about in particular the Centralia Sports Hall of Fame. The induction ceremony, the dinner and all that is set for December 26th. So Monday, December 26th over at the Moose Lodge. It's a great event. One of my favorite halls of fame, the Centralia Sports Hall of Fame and the Clinton County League Hall of Fame are probably the head of the list from our area. So check with those, check with Mike or Butch or the Winning Edge. This year's inductees, this is the main event. This is what it's all about. Michelle Reed, Bill Kingsley, John Levitt, the 2008 Centralia High School golf team, the Orphans, and two VIPs, Leo McManus, who was a super baseball manager for a long, long while for the Centralia Buds and more, and then John Mouse Garrett is going in under the Veterans Committee. Everybody knows about Mouse. Had a little bit of time at Centralia High and then to Patoka playing for his brother Chuck. And then he went down to SIU, where he was one of the stars for the Salukis, and he's in the SIU Hall of Fame. And so congrats to everybody. And Mouse, a big friend of the show. But it's going to be good. You might be able to grab a ticket or two or three. Check with the guys, McManus or Border or the Winning Edge in Centralia and see. But the whole event itself is on the table for Monday, December 26th. On the other side, the on-deck man, Ron Shadig. Stay tuned. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
If you love quality handcrafted wines, visit 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. You'll enjoy the fruit flavors of their wines while relaxing in a beautiful country setting with family and friends. The Reserve Wine List humbly wears the label of the grapes grown in the family-owned vineyard. 12 Oaks Vineyard is open for tastings from 1 until 6 every Saturday and Sunday, or by appointment at 594-7459. 12 Oaks Vineyard at 18975 Vogel Road, just 3 miles south of Carlisle, and at 12oaksvineyard.com.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Get unhungry for only $5 at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Dig into the $5 All-Star Meal with 4 different meals to choose from, like the Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger and Spicy Chicken Sandwich, with natural cut fries, a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and a 20-ounce drink. Pick a $5 All-Star Meal today from your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's, plus the entire Red Burrito menu. Get unhungry at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
We are back for one more block. We're in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for this Monday. Let's dial up the Johnson Jewelers guest line again, this time for Breeze and Modern Day Knights basketball coach Ron Shadig. Ron, welcome back.
Thanks, Rip. Appreciate it.
And you return with a victory under your belt. That's always good. You defeated Waterloo Jabot Saturday night at MD.
Yeah, wins are good. They're hard to get these days. But we kind of bounced back after, we dropped one to Pius off Friday night. Very good team. But we played at home Saturday. Been a while since we've been here, so, felt a little bit more comfortable and got it done, actually. So that was good. A little bit of momentum, hopefully.
Yeah, you put it in your column by a 56-41 count, and the big thing was always important if you can accomplish it. You get off to that great start.
Yeah, and then we kind of changed things up a little bit with the Tyson kid, moved him around a little bit, put him in some different spots. He's been struggling scoring, so we kind of tried to position him in different areas, and it seemed to be helpful. He started off very quick, very well, scored the first 7 points, so he got comfortable, and everybody else, if he's comfortable, everybody else seems to be comfortable around him because he's kind of our leader. So that felt pretty good to get him going early and give him some confidence. And if he plays well, 3 games he scored double figures in the 3 games we won this year. Okay. So if he plays well, we have a tendency to play a little bit better. So a lot of pressure on him.
Well, he's been a rock for you through the years, and you expected him to have another fine season his senior year, and he's probably going to get more consistent. He's definitely valuable for you, no doubt. And you've pointed that out just with the wins when he's come through with big games and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, he's leading us in scoring, second leading rebounder right now. So, he contributes a lot for us. But, more than anything, if the kids see him comfortable and playing well, they have a little bit more tendency to, relax a little bit and play along with him. So, we got some other guys that are, Brady Buckman starting to come around a little bit. We put him in the starting lineup the last 2 games, trying to get a little bit more point production, and he's played extremely well. Not only scoring, but he's got some rebounds. Defensively, he's been doing really well. So, hopefully we still really haven't found an identity yet as a team, with a new squad again, but, we're slowly trying to and finding pieces to put together that where we seem to have some success. So hopefully one more game before the tournament and try to figure it out, and hopefully we can get the puzzle together before the tournament comes.
You had a double-digit lead for quite a stretch against the Hawks, didn't you? They true to their coach, I guess. They cut it to 3 at one point in the fourth quarter, I guess fairly early.
Yeah, and we had 15 guys on the bench. We kind of ran through all 15 of them. Some of the younger guys, got their feet wet a little bit, and they made a little bit of a run. We made a few mistakes there, but what we were pleased about was we've lost 4 in a row, and we've lost them down the stretch. And they cut that lead 44-41 in the fourth quarter. And our guys that are playing the most minutes when they got back in, they maintained and got back ahead and held on to it. So we're pretty pleased with that, because that's something we've been lacking as of late, or early in the season here. We just couldn't finish or close out games, and I thought we did a pretty good job of doing that Saturday.
You did place 4. You stuck 4 in twin figures, and that was good. And tell me, and you can mention anybody you want, but want to find out, maybe get the upside on Blake Gepke for one.
Blake's been extremely well. He's kind of a hidden secret for us, He's in the post about 6'2". He's scoring about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, and does a lot of good things. There's nobody that plays harder than he does, every night, every possession. And, we're very happy with what he's done. He was always a perimeter player coming up, freshman through junior year. He actually played the point last year on the JV. And, we just decided to try him somewhere else. And, because we had plenty of guards, and we put him in the post, and he's accepted that role very well. And he's done extremely good job in there for us. And, he's getting better every game in there. He was aggressive in attacking the basket, scored, I think he scored 12 to 14 points the other night, Saturday, got 6 rebounds. So, the more contributions we can get from him, again, the better off we're going to be.
Another one I want to query you on is Devin Rensing.
Yeah, Devin's, we'd hope to see just a little bit more consistency out of him. He'd score 14 one game, next game he's got 4, then he's back to 14, then to 7. So we just need a little bit of consistency out of him. But he's a 4-year varsity kid, and we're expecting him to do things at a high level and do things well and get us over the hump. And we've kind of struggled as a team early with that, but I said last 2 games, even though we lost Friday night, I thought we started a different lineup, and I think we're coming around a little bit, and then really finding ways to take some pressure off of him and Lucas, to be honest with you, and hopefully it helps us a little bit.
The Friday night game was against Piasol Southwestern on the road, and you were down just a tad, one point at half, right? But they won that third quarter.
Yeah, we had the ball underneath our basket, down 2 with 30 seconds to go, and we turned it over. We had chances. Credit to them. They played extremely well. They got 3 guards that shoot it well. They made more threes than we did that night. They were competitive. And, we knew going on the road playing there wasn't going to be easy, because nothing's been easy for us this year. Everything's been a struggle. And it was just a good high school basketball game. They were just a little bit better than us Friday night. And, so.
Are you knocking down some trays, Ron?
We hit 4 in that game. We made 4 threes. We struggled a little bit from the perimeter. They're very strong, very physical, and they played well. And they played great. They played good defense. They moved the ball on offense. We seemed to, try to trap and press a little bit more full court on Friday night. I think, afterward, in hindsight, wishing we probably would have stayed a solid defense and not tried to gamble as much. But, we're trying to figure some things out yet. And that's what the kids want. That's what we wanted to do, is play more up tempo and get up and press and trap full court and see what happens. And and then they made some plays, and it's a credit to them for making plays when they needed to make them. And we had opportunities, and again, we just didn't get over that hump to finish it.
Well, you canned your last tilt, and that snapped a 4-game slide, and now you get ready for one more game, Olney, right before the Modern Day Christmas tournament.
Yep, we'll go to Olney Friday. 6 o'clock start JV at their place. So, just gives us another game before the tournament. And, we're looking forward to it. We've had a lot of long practices, long weeks of practice, I should say.
Yeah.
So, our kids they're game ready. They're ready to play some games back to back. And, we're pretty excited about the Christmas tournament coming up just so we can do that, play a bunch of games in a row and, see if we can get something going, playing back to back a couple times. So, but they were the competitive last year here. So, we got our hands full again Friday night on the road at Albany. So, but it's a game. So we're ready to go.
And yeah, you're the AD, you're the coach, so you're going to be really, really busy. And as far as the Mater Day Christmas tournament, it's drawing very, very close. So I guess, well, it's all set now. The seeds are out, the schedule's out, and it looks to be a good roster, good collection of teams.
Yeah, I mean, the seeds all came back from the other coaches that returned something. They all came back pretty similar, especially the top, 1 through 4. Briarcliff's 9-0 right now. Cedric Henderson, one of their better players. His dad actually played at Duke, I think, years ago.
Huh. Okay.
Highland's sitting at 8-2 with the Laporta kid playing really well. Central with Jost, and then Sacred Heart Griffin. They've lost one this past weekend, but the competition they're playing, they're going to be pretty good. And so the top 4 seeds are anybody can win it. And each one of them got they all have a player that they can go to, kind of a marquee guy. And and then you throw in Nashville, Oakville, Mascoutah. Nashville I think's only lost twice. Oakville's lost once, so it should be pretty competitive. As always. And we're just, it's always fun to get that thing started and, spend a full week up here in the gym and watch some pretty good basketball, So.
Tips off Wednesday, December 27th, and it runs through that Saturday, of course, and who knows who's going to be slotted in what games come Saturday in those final 5. And as far as tickets go, Ron, nothing's changed. I guess you can purchase the tickets for the entire thing or just game day by sessions and so forth, right?
Yeah, Nashville's got a pocket of tickets. Central's got a pocket, handful for their fans, and ours are on sale for our people. But it's going to be a tough ticket in the evening sessions, as it always is every night. So and we got new bleachers upstairs this year, so there's a few less seats than what there has been in the past. So
okay.
It might be a little bit tighter. Might have to raise the ticket prices.
Hey, how about that?
But how about that?
But new bleachers. That's nice, actually.
Yeah, it is. They're a little bit more comfortable. There's, I think we lost, around 60 seats, but they're a little bit more comfortable than the older ones, and I think people are going to be happy sitting up there.
Yeah.
But that's all part of it. But hopefully it's a good tournament. We always have a good turnout. We're looking forward to it. We appreciate all the fans that come out and watch and support it. And we think every team that's in it provides a pretty good brand of basketball and fun to watch. So hopefully it continues this year.
And we'll take that good weather too. That's something that people overlook because it's winter, but you don't really want ice and all that stuff, So let's hope for some smooth sledding that week again too, and it usually is. So, but looking forward.
Yeah, and it'll be warm in there. It'll be warm up top for sure.
It can get yep.
But that's all part of the mystique of the tournament, I guess. The kind of tight bleachers, tight seats, and everybody opening up the windows up top there, during the night sessions because it's so hot in there. But
then you have a full house.
And, I think a lot of people enjoy it. So
okay, hey Ron, appreciate the time, and we'll see you over at MD for sure. Thanks for being with us tonight. Go get another victory. Go for 2 in a row before the tournament. That'd be sweet.
All right, thanks.
And have a great Christmas too.
You too. Thanks.
All right, that's Ron Shadig. Our thanks to him and Doug Altoff and also Adam Young as we went all the way out to California. Talking Sports has been I'm not sure how many, I've got that down, but we've been in a lot of states, probably 30 to 35, including Alaska when Talking Sports was located at a different locale. But we span the globe just like ABC's Wide World of Sports used to. Did you see the ESPN president has resigned? Yeah, sure. The reason? Sure. Yes, indeed. Wednesday night, we come back at you with Oakville Lady Rockets coach Michelle Buryunek, and from the Highland Bulldogs, the number 2 seed in the Mater Day Christmas tournament. He's Brian Perks, so it's Burunick and Perks on Wednesday night, and a player to be added. That's it for now. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports. Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.